We've made some progress. We've set the farm up and we have headed up to the mine and grabbed some concentrate. On the way back down we bumped into Jebb. I'm pretty sure he's watching us and he wasn't best pleased. We carried on working on the farm. Clint, the next door neighbour farmer, lent us a drill to help us out, which was super helpful. We managed to smelt our gold, and when we sold it, Jebb was waiting outside the pawn shop demanding $15,000. I swear he's got it in for us. Hello everybody, it's the FarmSim guy here. We are in a bit of a predicament. Jebb's just turned up with this low loader and a little bit of law enforcement help. And he's taking his stuff back.
That's right, I'm taking my stuff back. And I still want the 15,000. You're not getting away with it.
Okay Jebb, listen. I don't want any trouble, man. I borrowed the tractor in good faith. I didn't know you were going to charge me 15,000 for the privilege, so you're welcome to take it back, and I apologise. But I just don't know how I'm going to pay you 15,000.
Well, there's that gold you stole, and I wouldn't be surprised if that oil well over there doesn't have the right paperwork with it. You need to pay up quick, or I'll be having a word with our friend the sheriff over there.
Well, there goes the sheriff. And I'm guessing Jebb's not going to be far behind him. I can't even be bothered speaking to him. And, not being funny, his voice sounds even more sinister than usual today. There he goes. See you, Jebb. Hopefully I don't see you again too soon. Oh well. Right. We've got no vehicles anymore. That's not ideal. So, even though we've got a bit of money in the bank, probably not enough money to make us last too long. Right, there's a couple of things I need to do. One is head into town, because I think we need to buy a newspaper and check out the classifieds. And the other thing I'm going to do is head up to the mine. In fact, I might do that first, because I'm going to see if we can maybe get a bit more money. Now that we've lost the tractor, we need another way of getting some money. And at the moment, that is the only way I'm going to make money. There's a little bit coming out of the oil pump, but not enough at the moment, so this could be our only bet. Okay, here we are at the mine, and it looks like somebody's taken a few more measures to keep people out. That is well and truly barricaded, and yes, I know I could drive around the side, but it tells me that people don't want us in here. I am not going to take that chance, especially if there's CCTV or something up there that will identify us if we've been up there. So I'm just going to have to grin and bear at the moment. So we're going to have to find another way of making some money. I might have a chat with Daryl and Clint and see what they can do advice-wise to help me. Right, let's head to town. So I just called Clint on the way over. He said the farmer that looks after the field just behind his buildings here is looking for a bit of a contractor to do a little bit of work for him. So he's given me his details. I'm going to get in touch with him and get him sorted. There's Jebb's place with all the machinery still back. Why is the sheriff still there? Seems a little strange, but maybe they're just trying to find other ways of getting me into trouble. Right, let's head into town. Let's pick up a paper and check the classifieds out, because I really need a tractor now to be able to finish off my fields. So great news. Looking at the newspaper here, we have found ourselves a little John Deere. It is just over on one of the other farms, very close by, which is fantastic. But in the meantime, we are going to jump in and get this contract done. So there's our guy, Richard Miller, Field 8, looking for $6,100, just over. Now, we're going to have to use his equipment, which means we're going to have a reduction of $1,300, but it is what it is, I guess. We'll okay this. We have accepted that contract, and we'll head over to Field 8 now, and we'll go and get started. Okay, here we are back at Clint's farm. I do believe, yep, there it is, parked behind the sheds here, is the equipment we need to do this job. So, I guess there's nothing more to do than to jump in and get stuck in, get this done, get a little bit more money so we can at least afford our tractor. The other thing I'm really considering buying relatively soon is some way of moving our oil about. We have nothing at the moment to put our oil in, so when that tank is full we're going to have to get some of that sold. I also think that is going to be quite lucrative for us in terms of money, a way of expanding the farm, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, let's do a good job here because this could open up more opportunities for us. We will see you shortly. There we have it. Contract completed. We shall park up the tractor now and we will go and collect our cash. That was a relatively straightforward job, and what it does do is give us enough money to go and get our tractor. So there you go, Field 8 with the £1,300 leasing cost for the vehicles, £4,847 which we'll collect. Not bad at all. So there we go, 12,320 in the bank now. The tractor we've seen is just over 10, so we are looking good. So let's head over and get it now. So as we're heading over to get the new tractor here, I've been toying in my head about what is going on up at that mine. I mean, who's put those bollards and things there to stop us getting up there? And why is it shut? It looks like a perfectly operationable mine. So There must be some fight over who owns it or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know who owns it. Maybe after I've finished today's farm work, I'll head up to the town and maybe have a look in the town hall and see if there's any information there that we can look at and see if it can shed some light on the subject. So, anyway, we are here. Let's go and speak to the farmer and check out this new tractor. Now, when I say it's a new tractor, I know it's not, but it's been lovingly restored, this old John Deere 4020, and it looks absolutely stunning. And I think we'll just take this. This is really nice. Slightly less horsepower than we had on the International from Jebb, but certainly enough to run the seeder. I'm glad we're not ploughing with it. Certainly with the plough we had before, we'd need to consider a different plough if we were going to carry on with that. But do you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, and at the moment, with no vehicle, we can't do anything. So this is important. So let's just purchase this. And there it is. What a lovely tractor. Really, really nicely finished. That'll do us a job for sure. So let's jump in this. Fire it up. And head back to the fields. So the farmer actually very kindly offered to run Daryl's truck back. So there it is. He's dropped that off for us, which is very kind of him. Actually ended up chatting to him for a little while, explaining the situation that we had got ourselves into with Jebb, and he said not much, but what he did say really, I think, confirmed what I already thought. He just said, yep, sounds like Jebb. So with that in mind, I don't think I'm being unreasonable, thinking he's, I don't know, slightly underhand in his ways of doing things. Anyway, we digress. We have got a field to plant here. I'm going to plant another field of wheat, I think, just to keep things simple for now. So we'll get started on this now. Interestingly, hanging around here, I'm hearing noises. I'm hearing vehicle noises up at the mine. So I don't know what's going on up there. You know, at one point they're saying that it's shut and nobody's to go in there, and I could definitely hear vehicles up there. So I might look into that later as well. Right, that's us up and running. We are going to push on as quickly as we can, and then we will be back for another chat. So we're making really good progress here. As you can see, we've only got a little corner of the field left, but just keeping an eye on the time here. I'm very conscious it's coming up to 4 PM. I want to head into town before, Town Hall closes up for the day. I'd love to get into their archives and just have a read up of some of the old press releases. I want to find out a little bit more about the mine, what's going on up there, who owns it, or what the history is behind it. But also, it might be a good source of information for finding out a little bit more about my Uncle Ambrose as well, and what he ended up doing up here. And first and foremost, how he ended up here, and after that, how he ended up with land up here that we're obviously benefiting from now. So what we'll do, we'll probably park up just here, we'll jump in Daryl's truck, and we'll head into town and do a little bit of research. So we're on our way into town again, and that sheriff's car is still at Jebb's. I tell you, that is weird, right? Why would he be there all day if he's on duty? Anyway, there's lots of things that don't add up at the moment, but we're going to head back into town here. And there is the town hall. Now what we will do, find somewhere to park. Let's just stick it here at the laundromat, and we will head into the town hall. I phoned ahead. One of the researchers is going to help me find a little bit more information, and we will take things from there. Well, this is really interesting. The researcher here has given me a bit of information as well as a few old newspaper cuttings. So it turns out that the mine was owned by Jebb's brother. Now, Jebb's brother was the kind of high-flying businessman of the family, and was incredibly wealthy, actually. And Jebb really resented him for that, because I think he'd had the opportunity to pick up the mine a few years earlier, but nobody knew there was gold in it at that point, so he turned it down. Saw it as just a dirt mine that wasn't going to make him much money. So he was obviously really frustrated then to watch his brother make so much money out of it, and it caused a real rift in the family that at some point got really, really bad. Now anyway, at some point the gold then dried up, and the mine was then put back up for sale. Jebb's brother lost most of his fortune, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, there was this big fire up on the ridge that we talked about in the last episode, and it really threatened the mine and the buildings there. And ever since then, the mine has really been condemned. Nobody's really been up there. Nobody's been interested in buying it, and it's just sat wasting away. So very interesting that Jebb would tell us that there was potential there to make some money. Clearly the gold hasn't dried up, because we found some pretty much straight away. And why is the noise coming from the mine at the moment? I am intrigued. So what I'm going to do, I think, is maybe just drive up. We're starting to get to dusk here. I'll maybe wait a couple of hours and maybe sneak up in the night and just see what's going on up there. Ready, folks? Well, we're heading up to the mine now. We hung back for a little while, had a little bit of dinner, caught up with Daryl over in the bar, had a beer with him, and as soon as it got dark enough, we're heading up, and we're going to park up the truck, try and keep it out of line of sight of the road if we can. I'm going to walk on foot for a little while into the mine and just see what's going on up there. Right, I don't go much closer, just in case there is something going on up there. So let me pull this off the road. I'm going to tuck it behind the trees here, out of sight of prying eyes, and we'll take a little bit of a walk on foot now. Now, I heard a rumour there's a lot of elk and coyote attacks up here, so I need to have my wits about me. But as you can see, the remnants of the fire still scar the landscape here. It was a big, big fire. So we'll sneak along the ridge here, along the edge of the fire line. I'm going to have to turn my torch off now as well, I think. Especially if there's people down there. I don't want anybody knowing I'm up here. I'm in enough trouble already. I don't want to give them any more ammunition. Okay, just through the top of the tree line here. Whoa, what's going on there? Look, there's floodlights on. There's vehicles down there. Looks like a tipper truck. Let me just hide behind this rock here. Yeah, there's definitely vehicles there, and I can hear people talking. Somebody's up here doing something. But what are they doing? Hang on a minute. Whose truck is that? Wow, that's Jebb's truck. What is he up to? I would not trust that guy as far as I could throw him. Right, it's time for me to get out of here. I do not want to get caught. Right, further away now we can have the torch back on. Look at the damage that was done here on the ridge. It's unbelievable. I wonder if these logs could be used to sell. I wonder if it's still got enough strength in them to be used. Interesting. I don't even know who owns this area. So the truck is just down there. We just need to find our way. What is this? These are gas cans. What are they doing here? Oh my goodness. This fire was no accident. Somebody's done this on purpose.